Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from today. I want to say welcome to this exciting webinar titled AI Analytics and Insights, the Future of Business Decision Making. My name is Dr. Callistus Ikudrekai. I'm the CEO and founder of Clap Academy, an online training platform where we empower people who are looking to begin a new career, make a career change or career progression in the areas of data analysis, business analysis, UI UX design, project management, and a lot more. I want to really thank BCS for this opportunity to have me present in this webinar. In this session, I will be exploring how artificial intelligence and analytics are revolutionizing the way businesses make decisions. So whether you are new to the field or already leveraging data in your organization, I believe that you walk away with practical insights from today's session. What do we have on the agenda? Today, we are going to begin by exploring the concepts under review: AI, analytics, and insights. What do these mean? And then we are going to look at the role of artificial intelligence in decision making. We are also going to be exploring today how analytics support smart business moves. We would be highlighting real-world success stories in the use of AI and data, as well as discussing challenges, best practices, and future trends. And of course, finally, we will have the floor open for questions this evening. So thank you once again all for joining. And without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. So what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? AI has become a buzzword today. Everybody knows about AI, except you are living in the Stone Age or living in a different planet from the Earth. But what does this mean? Here's what the understanding of AI that we can take away this evening is. AI is artificial intelligence, and it refers to the simulation of human intelligence by machines. These machines are programmed to think. They are programmed to learn from data and to perform tasks that normally would require human intelligence. Because it is not exactly human intelligence, the artificiality here in terms of artificial intelligence is that it exhibits the kind of intelligence that resembles what human beings are capable of exhibiting. It is not exactly human. That is why it is artificial intelligence. AI is the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally would require human competence, human intelligence. This includes understanding language or languages, recognizing images, making decisions, and learning from data. So we can think of AI as machines that learn from experience, which is machine learning. They can interpret complex information like speech and images. They can interpret images and videos, which is computer vision, and have the decision-making capabilities that we see today from chatbots and agentic AI and Netflix and Spotify and several other ways AI is being used today. Now let's look at data analytics. When we talk about analytics in this context, we are referring to the analysis of data. So what does data analytics mean? Here's what it means. It is the systematic process of collection of data, discovering and interpreting patterns that we have in the data that we have collated. It is the process of discovering, interpreting, and communicating patterns in data. It is a discipline today that enables businesses to make sense of information in order to drive business decisions. A better understanding of what data analysis or data analytics mean. Can we have the noise muted, please? Thank you. Is a look at the different types of data, which I would explain very quickly to give us an understanding of data analytics. You have descriptive analysis, which from the data, you understand what has happened, summarizing past data to understand outcomes. For example, we are looking at the quarterly revenue reports. We are looking at the sales that we have made in the last year. We are looking at our highest selling channels. This is descriptive data analysis. But analytics doesn't end with this descriptive data analysis. It goes further into diagnostic analysis. Ideally, when we look at the report to see what has happened, it is important to go beyond that to find out why did it happen. So diagnostic analysis is looking at the results we have. Why are they different from what we are supposed to have? That is diagnosing the cause of the outcome that we have. And within data analysis also is predictive data analysis. So today organizations can use the data to forecast future trends based on what has happened before. So predictive analysis looks at what is likely to happen based on what has happened previously. Now, the fourth part of data analytics we want to look at this evening is prescriptive analysis. We have looked at descriptive analysis, which tells us what has happened. Diagnostic analysis tells us why did it happen. Predictive analysis looks at what is likely to happen. And prescriptive analysis, which is the final part of data analytics we are looking at here, tells us what action should we take. This is where we make recommendation on the best course of actions based on prediction. This is data analytics. This takes us to the final concept here, which is insight. What do we mean by business insights? Here's what it means. Insights are the valuable truths, the in-depth understanding that we derive from the data that we have seen. It is the aha moment that comes from analyzing the data. When we look at descriptive data analysis, which tells us what has happened, we are supposed to have a better understanding of the situation based on what data is saying. When we look at what has happened and why we have the results we have, that gives us a deeper understanding. That is insight. From this point, when we look at predicting what would happen in the future, it gives us a further clarity as to where things are and what is likely to happen in the future. This is business insights. Every part of data analytics tells us what we need to do. This is business insight. The understanding that we derive from the analysis of the data is insight. And what does insight enable us to do? Here's it. Insight enables us to take the right decisions. It is the end goal of analytics. They are what decision makers rely on to take the right actions. So this is what we mean by the concepts of artificial intelligence, data analytics, and business insights. But how are these interconnected? Let us bring it all together. Artificial intelligence enables advanced automation and intelligent processing of vast amount of data. More than ever before, the volume of data that is being created in our world today is at a level that we have never seen. The volume of data, the velocity with which data is being created, that is the speed at which data is being created. The volume, that is the amount of data, and the variety, the different types of data that we generate today is at a level that we have never seen before. So AI enables automation and intelligent processing using advanced algorithms to analyze historical data, identify patterns, and enable more accurate forecasts of future trends and outcomes. In terms of analytics, here's what analytics does. It breaks down and examines the data in order to uncover patterns, trends, and forecasts, also enabling us to be able to derive insight from the data. Insight, on the other hand, are the strategic takeaways that guide smarter business decisions. So AI does the heavy lifting. Analytics organizes and explains it. And insight tells us what to do next. So this is the interconnectivity or the interconnectedness of these three concepts we are looking at today: AI, analytics, and insights. How does AI change the way businesses make decisions today? Traditionally, decision-making in business relied heavily on gut feelings and experience. It relied on instinct or intuition. We just decide based on, let's do this. But today, we are in a data-drenched world where businesses that leverage AI make faster, more informed decisions with confidence. So in this segment, we are going to be exploring some examples of how AI is moving businesses beyond relying on intuition to making data-driven decisions with speed and precision. ultimately leading to greater efficiency, better customer experiences, and stronger competitive advantage. So in this section, we are going to be looking at the old ways businesses have operated and the new ways they now operate with AI. So number one here is automation. Here we see that today, tasks that once took hours for businesses to carry out can now be done in minutes or even seconds, thanks to AI-powered automation. So AI can now automatically do tasks that used to take a long time, like creating reports or answering customer questions quickly. So one of the old ways in terms of intelligent automation in which businesses did carried out businesses before is, in the old ways, we see a marketing team manually, for instance, compiling data from different spreadsheets and creating weekly performance reports, and that could take several hours. But in today's ways of working using AI, an AI-powered reporting tool can automatically pull data from all systems, generating charts and summaries and distributing these reports automatically through email in minutes. Robotic process automation plays a huge role in these kind of processes. We also look at the old ways of doing business, where a customer with a question calls a support line and will wait for an available agent to respond. But in the new ways of working using AI, an intelligent virtual assistant, a chatbot on a company website or app can answer questions instantly, resolving issues quickly without human intervention. So these are some of the ways intelligent automation is helping today. And today we also talk about agentic AI. You can have an AI agent on your website that can have a conversation with customers, respond to the questions they need. Everything they need would be provided. They'll provide all the answers to all the questions, even book calls and resolve queries without human intervention. So this is one of the ways AI is changing the way businesses work today and make decisions. Number two is smart predictions or predictive intelligence. Today, we have AI algorithms that analyze historical data to make accurate predictions. So think of sales forecasting, for instance. We talk of inventory management or even fraud detection. So AI can look at past data to guess what will happen next, like how much sales will be made, how much stock will be needed, and if something is happening that is fraudulent, with the use of AI, that can easily be detected and flagged up immediately. So when we look at smart predictions, again, let us look at the old ways businesses have operated. A clothing retailer, for instance, orders inventory for the next season based on last year's sales figures and general fashion trends. They might end up with too much of some items or not even enough of others. But here's the new way AI is changing this business approach. An AI-powered system can analyze past sales data, analyze social trends, analyze weather forecasts, and even competitor pricing to predict demand for specific clothing items in different sizes and locations. Businesses could not do this before now, but AI is making this not just possible, but also very easy. It helps businesses to order the right quantities today and minimize waste, which is very, very important for businesses. Another one we could look at here, another aspect of predictive intelligence, is a bank manually reviewing each transaction for potential fraud based on a few simple rules. In the new ways of working with AI algorithms can analyze millions of transactions in real time, identifying subtle patterns and anomalies that can indicate fraudulent activities, even if they don't match traditional fraud rules. So this helps to prevent financial losses as we see them today. Number 3, way of AI changing the way businesses operate today and make decisions is real-time insight. With real-time insight, financial markets, logistics, or retail decisions must be instant. It is highly required that we make immediate decisions in these areas of businesses. So what do we have today? AI can enable just that. With real-time data analytics that helps leaders act immediately, the ways businesses act enable customer satisfactions, and also revenue generation becomes different. So in a fast-moving area like the stock market or deliveries, AI analyzes data instantly so businesses can make decisions. So very quickly, I would look at the old way in terms of real-time insights. Before now, a logistic company would rely on drivers' reports, delays, and updates on their delivery routes. But with AI, what we have today, or what we see today, is AI-powered route optimization softwares that use real-time GPS data, traffic information, and weather conditions to dynamically adjust delivery routes, dispatch new tasks, and provide instant updates to customers. So some of these are the reasons why it is possible for us to order a product online today, and the next day in the morning, a delivery man knocks your door and says, you have a delivery from Amazon. So this is just one example among several others. And finally, we look at customer experiences, personalized, enhanced customer experience. Personalization of products and services has become the new standard today. AI enables hyper-personalized experiences by tracking customer behaviors and preferences in real time. The need or the importance to ensure customer satisfaction has never been as important as it is today, because that is the first pillar of digital transformation, the customer. So AI learns what the customers like to do, so businesses can offer exactly what they want. So an example of the old ways of working and the new way is an online retailer sends the same generic marketing emails to all subscribers. That is what we have always seen. And you receive an email and you're wondering, what is this email about? It doesn't have anything to do with me. But in the new way of working, an AI-powered personalization engine can analyze a customer's browsing history. It can analyze purchase behaviors, demographics, and even the time they open emails in order to send them highly targeted products, recommendations, and offers that they are more likely to be interested in. So we can see from this that AI is really changing the way businesses make decisions. But now let's look at data analytics and how they are turning smart decisions, or how they are enabling smart business decision moves today. At this point, I would like to see a bit of interaction from the audience. We had looked at descriptive analysis before. We also dealt with diagnostic analytics, predictive, and prescriptive. So I just want to ask at this point, what do we mean by descriptive analytics? If it is possible for us to get responses, even if it is typing on the chat box, what is your understanding of descriptive analytics? Or diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, any of these? I just want to be sure that I'm not talking to myself.
Can I say something about this?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so from what I got from descriptive analytics is that this type of analytics helps to explain the data in the current form and patterns.
Okay, fantastic. That is a good one. So descriptive analytics answers the question, what has happened? Okay, thank you very much for that, Joshua. And then what is diagnostic? What's your understanding? What do you remember as diagnostic analytics? Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Why did it happen? And predictive. Okay, diagnostic, I've gotten the response to that. I'm looking at the chat. Prediction is to forecast the future. Okay, fantastic. Predictive analytics answers the question, what might happen in the future? And I think I got a response for prescriptive. Prescriptive analytics answers the question, what should we do next? Now, this last part of it, we didn't discuss this. This is cognitive data analysis. Cognitive analysis answers the question, how can AI help us understand complex issues? It combines a number of intelligent technologies like AI, machine learning algorithm, and deep learning models to provide us with insights. So while AI provides automation and intelligence, analytics is the compass that points to the right direction. So at this point, we are going to be looking at understanding and leveraging the different types of data analytics because they provide value to a business, improves organizational level operational capabilities, and in fact, what distinguishes the best data analyst or data scientist from the rest is the capability to identify the right kind of analytics that best fits the business need to maximize outcome. So now when we look at descriptive analysis using analytics to turn data into smart business moves. Here's how it works. By understanding what happened, businesses can identify successes in order to repeat them or to avoid failures that we have seen as a result of the descriptive data analysis before us. So it provides a baseline for future analysis and goal setting. A retail company analyzes its sales data, for example, from the last quarter. They find out that the sales of winter coats peaked in November, and then there was a decline in December. So this would enable them to take the steps towards addressing a situation like this that has happened. Walmart, for instance, uses descriptive analytics to understand past sales trends for different products in various regions to inform inventory management. Netflix uses it to see what shows were most popular in a given month. And based on this, companies can now take decisions as to what needs to be done. That is descriptive data analysis. Now, how does diagnostic analysis help businesses? Taking a step further to find out why certain things have happened, it helps businesses to make smart moves in that the understanding of the causes of past events will enable a business to identify the factors influencing their performance. This allows them to address the problems effectively and leverage on positive drivers. So, a retail company investigates the drop in winter coats sales in December from the example I was given earlier. They discover that it coincided with an unusually warm December and a successful competitor promotion. So perhaps that competitor had seen that there was going to be a change in weather, and there was a promotion for another form of clothing. So looking at the sales picking up in November and nosediving in December, diagnostic analysis will help you find out why you had that result. So this is how diagnostic analysis can help a company determine what has happened in order to take the right step. So how does predictive analysis answer the questions, what would happen in the future, and how does it help businesses? Here's how. By anticipating future trends and potential problems based on what the data is saying, businesses can proactively adjust their strategies, allocate resources effectively, and mitigate risks. This is the power of data. The data can predict with at least 90% accuracy what is likely to happen in the future. For example, based on past sales data, weather forecast, and upcoming promotions, the retail company can predict a surge in demand for spring jackets in March. Amazon uses this a lot to predict product demand, optimize inventory level, and personalize recommendations for customers. When we talk about prescriptive analysis, forecasting, recommending rather what step needs to be taken, it helps businesses to make optimal decisions by evaluating different scenarios and recommending the most effective strategies to reach their goals. So when we look at the data telling us what has happened, why it has happened, and what is likely to happen, data can also let us know the right step to take or the best course of action to follow in order to ensure customer satisfaction, return on investment, and continuity in business. Finally, we look at the aspect of cognitive data analysis. This is the most advanced type of analytics using AI technologies like machine learning and natural language processing to understand complex data, learn from it, and provide human-like insights and recommendations. I know you might be asking, how is that exactly different from the other forms of analysis that we have seen? At this point, we see data analytics at a much more advanced level because of the use of artificial intelligence. So how do companies use this? Cognitive analysis can help uncover hidden patterns from a large volume of data and insight from vast amount of complex data that traditional method may miss. It can also automate complex decision-making processes and enhance human understanding. So IBM uses this a lot. IBM Watson is a prime example of cognitive analytics used in various industries, including healthcare for personalized treatment recommendations and finance for fraud detection. Microsoft's Cortana also uses this. Apple's Siri uses it to analyze natural language and understand how to provide personalized assistance. Banks also use this to analyze customer interactions for financial transactions based on personalized needs at various points in time. So in essence, each type of data analysis builds upon the previous one, moving from understanding the past to influencing the future, ultimately leading to smarter and more confident business decisions. Moving on to open source AI and analytics tools. We have seen how different types of data analysis, we have seen the different types of data analysis, from understanding what happened to predicting the future and even getting AI-powered recommendations. These are crucial for making smart business moves. But what tools and technologies enable us to perform these powerful analysis without breaking the bank? This is where the world of open source AI and analytics tools come in. Open source software refers to computer programs whose source code are freely available on repositories such as GitHub for anyone to view, use, modify, and distribute. Unlike proprietary or closed source software, which keeps the code hidden from users, open source software is typically developed collaboratively, with everyone being able to access, use, and improve the code. So what this does is that it helps with the freedom to understand, modify, and distribute code, which fosters innovation, community-driven development, and encourages collaboration and transparency among developers. For AI, which we are still exploring and trying to understand as it is, we are still scratching the surface. A community or a software such as OSS, open source softwares, is really the best because we have the opportunity of various ideas, cross-pollination of ideas and contribution of efforts and knowledge at work. The same with analytics. So what are some of the key benefits of open source AI, open source software? One of it is cost efficiency. OSS or open source software tools often come with no licensing fees, significantly reducing the initial and ongoing cost associated with building AI or data analytics solutions. So this is particularly beneficial for startups, small businesses, and research institutions with limited budgets. We also have the benefits of transparency and trust. The source code is publicly accessible, allowing everyone to inspect, understand, and verify how this software works. It fosters greater trust in the reliability and security of the tools, especially crucial, sensitive AI applications. What is the other benefit of open source AI in terms of analytics and AI? Is the customizability. You can customize it and you can also use it extensively across different areas and for various purposes. Another benefit is the community-driven innovation and rapid innovation of open source software. In terms of community support and collaboration, open source softwares projects typically have large and active communities of developers, researchers, and users who contribute to the software's development, providing support, sharing knowledge, and creating extensions. So it is also important, or the benefit also is in the faster innovation that we see as a result of using platforms like this or softwares like this. And then we talk about the democratization of technology. It makes it accessible and available for a larger number of people to be able to have access to codes, to projects they work on, that they have to work on, and also innovation that needs to be brought to life. So there are various benefits that we have for open source software, for AI and analytics, making advanced AI analytics tools accessible to a wider audience, including individuals, startups, and organizations in developing countries, fostering innovation and equal opportunities in the field. So what are some of the open source softwares we can leverage on in terms of AI and analytics? We are going to look at some of these very quickly. Number one is KNIME. This is a visual workflow designer for data science. KNIME provides a graphical user interface where you can drag and drop nodes representing different data processing tasks, from reading data to cleaning to transforming to modeling the data and visualizing the data. So connecting them from end to end, or that aspect of the end-to-end analytics, is something that is very possible with KNIME as an open source software. We have other open source softwares. Because of time, I'm keeping an eye on the clock. Very quickly, let me just talk about some of the benefits of KNIME. Number one is accessibility. Its visual nature lowers the barrier to entry for individuals who may not be expert coders, allowing a broader range of people to participate in the analytics process. I want us to also look at another open source software, which is Aperture Superset. This is another open source software which is very modern and enterprise ready for business intelligence web application. So it allows users to explore and visualize data through an intuitive interface. You can create interactive dashboards, charts, and reports from various data sources without needing extensive coding knowledge or extensive learning on the tool to know how to create visualizations. So this is another tool that is important for anybody who's interested in the area of analytics to explore. Some of the benefits of Apache Superset is data exploration. It empowers users to visually explore data sets, identify patterns, and gain initial insights that can transform the development of more sophisticated AI models. We also have the democratization of insights. It makes data insights accessible to a wider audience within an organization, enabling data-driven decision-making across different teams. Orange is another open source software. It is a component-based visual programming platform for data mining, for machine learning, and data visualization. So what we are dealing with here is looking at some AI and analytics tools that you can leverage on, that you find very, very useful. And the good thing around this is that these are open source softwares. So similar to KNIME, it offers a drag and drop interface with widgets that perform different data analysis tasks. So it's known for its user friendliness and educational value. So some of the benefits of Orange, for me as far as I'm concerned, is the ease of use. Its intuitive visual interface makes it excellent for learning and prototyping AI and machine learning models, especially for those who are new to the field. Jupyter is another one which you may want to explore. It provides interactive computing environments that allows users to combine live codes, equations, narrative text, and a lot more, visualizations, and other rich media in a single document. We are going to make this quick. There are other tools such as TensorFlow, which is a powerful open source library developed by Google for numerical computation and large-scale machine learning. So it's a foundational tool for building and training deep learning models for various AI tasks like image recognition, computer vision, natural language processing, and more. The very good thing around this is also the scalability of TensorFlow. It is designed to scale efficiently across different hardwares such as CPUs, GPUs, enabling the training of complex AI models on large data sets. The last two we would look at here in terms of open source softwares that would aid analytics and AI is PyTorch. PyTorch is another widely adopted open source machine learning framework, particularly popular in the research community due to its flexibility and ease of use. So it also has a growing adoption in industries for building and developing AI models, especially deep learning applications. And finally, we have the MLflow. This is an open source platform that is designed to manage the complete machine learning life cycle. So it provides tools for tracking experiments, for packaging codes into in ways that you can reproduce them into reproducible runs, and also managing the deployment of AI models. These are some of the AI tools that I would like to mention in this webinar. Please feel free to explore these in much more details, and you would see way more than we have been able to share in this webinar as a result of time, and you would find them really very helpful. We are gradually getting to the end of my presentation, but at this point, I just want us to look at some practical business applications of what we have been discussing. Again, it's around AI and data. In retail, companies like Zara and Walmart use demand analytics to adjust stock levels every day. So demand analytics enable them to predict what customers will buy, allowing them to optimize stock pricing, product placement, and target promotions to maximize sales and waste. In the healthcare sector, predictive analytics can spot early symptoms of disease outbreaks or patient readmission risks. In finance, banks use prescriptive analytics to recommend investment opportunities to clients. Banks using prescriptive analytics use it for tailored investment advice to clients, flag potential fraud, automate trading strategies, and optimize pricing and product offerings to improve profitability and manage risks. And also in logistics, companies like Amazon or FedEx utilize sophisticated demand analytics to predict shipping volumes across different routes and times. I think we have mentioned quite extensively some of these companies, how they use data. Amazon, for instance, uses it. Netflix, for instance, uses it for content recommendation. Amazon to optimize supply chain. Spotify to discover weekly playlists for users. Starbucks also uses it to combine store transaction data, and we have small businesses who use data extensively in various ways. At this point, I would like to wrap up. I am keeping an eye on the clock, knowing that we have gone really quite far in today's segment. Time will not really permit to touch much on challenges, best practices, and what is next. Silifat, do we still have as much as 10 minutes?
No, unfortunately, we don't have so much of a time. Thank you so much, Callistus. You've done a great justice to this topic, and I'm sure, that we all have learned one thing or the other today. So it's just for us to wrap it up. I know we've got a couple of questions, but again, looking through the chat, I can see most of the questions and they've already been dealt with. I'll just give maybe 1 minute if you've got any more question for Callistos before we call it a day?
Okay, so thank you very much for the presentation, Callistos. I'd like to know quickly, in terms of automation for security-related tasks, are there any tools currently being deployed in terms of cybersecurity, cloud security? Are there some data analytics softwares and AI analytics automation that's helping in the industry? Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Yes, sorry. Can you say that again, please?
Okay, so what I'm asking is that in terms of doing automative analysis for predictive cybersecurity or security tasks in general, are there some open source platforms that are helping in automating cybersecurity tasks, as you're aware of?
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Now, from what I understand, what cybersecurity tools or open source softwares are best for cybersecurity tools? Is that your question?
Yes, and also for automating the cybersecurity predictions and all that, and analyzing the trends regarding cybersecurity. Are there any tools in existence, please?
Yes. In terms of security tasks, in terms of automation, threat detection and alerting tools are very, very helpful in terms of cybersecurity. And then we also have the aspect of vulnerability management, automating and scanning identification and prioritizing security vulnerabilities in systems and applications. And there are tools also for incident responses, log analysis and management. There are tools that you can use in these areas. You have quite a number of them you can use for these solutions.
Okay, thank you for the response, Callisto.